There is something so beautiful when it comes to true empaths who are in their power, but they don't know that they are, right? So when you're an empath who's truly in your power, you are truly sensitive to other people and not wanting to hurt them. And so I've noticed a lot of times in the comments or private messages, like somebody would share their truth, which is, I'm feeling lonely. I get so triggered by others. I get overwhelmed. I get stimulated, whatever. Like I haven't painted, I haven't painted in like over a year, which is crazy. I've been painting since I was 9. So it's stuff like that. And then the most beautiful thing happens is where they say, I'm so sorry if it was negative, and I hope I didn't trigger anyone in the process, or I hope I didn't bring anyone down, right? There's still like, I'm sharing me, and I'm kind of like, I'm happy to finally share me, and yet I still worry about you being affected by what I've shared, because when others sometimes share their truth, which isn't really their truth, their drama, I feel it and it hurts, right? So that's the beautiful kindness of empaths and the incredible love that they exude for others and themselves, right? So this is what I wanted to share so deeply. There's a huge difference between sharing your truth and it not affecting others, or sharing the illusion of your truth, which is very dramatic based, very clinging onto other people's energies, like save me, which is really sad. And that's what actually pulls at our energy when somebody's speaking or sharing through an email or words or a comment or through their words, where they're trying to pull on people's energy. They're trying to, of course they want to be saved, but this pulls at our heart as empaths, and therefore our energy drains, because we're feeling them drowning, and we have so many of their answers, but they just don't want it. They're not in that place to receive it, because they're still in a space of depending on other people to save them. They haven't gotten the information yet that everyone can give me feedback or opinions or nuggets of truths, but I'm the one who chooses to either run with it or not, right? And you'll notice there are quite a lot of people who don't listen. They don't hear you, but they're the ones who share themselves, if you're talking to them, in a very complaining, doomsday, dramatic, and they have so much drama happening all the time, and it doesn't end, right? If you speak to an empowered empath, and a lot of them don't even know they're empowered, an empowered empath will speak their truth, and maybe they'll be like a foot in and a foot out, but they'll just be like, I'm feeling really lonely, but they want a solution. They're open to a solution. They want somebody to share something with them that'll give them their aha moment, right? They're not looking to be saved by anyone, because they know that it's them that can do it. But they're looking for that one key, the tool, the thing that they will receive so they can run with it, so that they can feel better. That's a very different kind of share. You can tell the difference as an empath when you're sitting with them, whether they're an empath or not an empath. When you're sitting with them, because there's a disempowered empath where they're just needing and pulling and just, you save me, you take care of me, I don't know how to do it. And we've all gone that. We've all been disempowered. We have all experienced being a disempowered empath. And that is okay. It's like coming to terms with it and coming to a state of acceptance. Like, yes, that's who I was. And that's who I might still be. And that's okay. But I'm now conscious of it. The minute you're conscious of it, you shift and change, because you start to understand, well, no one can do it for me. Yes, I can sit and complain. Yes, you can. But the complaint is coming because you're waiting for a nugget that you can run with, but not depend wholeheartedly on somebody else, whether it's a guru, whether it's a friend, whether it's a spiritual teacher, whether it's You're not depending wholeheartedly that this being is going to save you, because they're not, because they have their own stuff that they're dealing with, right? Nobody's going to save anybody. And it sounds very gloomy, like you're the only one to save yourself, but you're the only one that knows how to talk inside your inner dialogue internally and work through that. You are the only one that will be like, oh, that sentence from the book, it clicked with me. It just gave me this aha moment, and I could see clearly, or I felt better. It happens only within you. Somebody else could read that same exact sentence in a book and it'll not do that for them. Maybe another book and another sentence will do that for them, right? That's why on YouTube, when people share, which I love, but people share like, this modality saved my life. This way of doing it saved my life. And people try it out and they're like, well, that didn't work with me, because it's an internal thing, right? You can't be like, well, it's all that person's fault. They just didn't, they didn't save me. So there's a difference of complaining. There's a different kind of, it's a complaint still, but there's the complaining where I don't want to hear anything you have to say. I just want to blurt my rubbish out and consistently stay in my state of self-defeating, like I'm just miserable. My life is misery. Nothing works out for me. Look at how much drama I have, and just constantly spewing the drama out, like, oh, my husband left me and this happened and they took my money here and they did this and on and on and on and on. But if anyone gives them solutions, they denounce it, or they'd be like, yeah, I tried that, doesn't work. No, you don't know my story. You don't really know my story. You don't know what I've gone through. You're just talking out of this. That is, you're going to be energy sucked by it. You're going to be depleted by that energy. And you'll notice these people speak a lot. Okay, I'm not going to define them in the box because sometimes they don't, but most of the time, a lot of times they just rant on and on. There's no breathing space. They're just talking about themselves. They're not even like nobody else matters kind of thing, but living in their egoic mind has so hijacked them that even being aware of their current environment and the people's faces, and if somebody's like, oh, kill me, please, end this conversation, like they're so unaware of your energy, your state, if you are receptive, if you are receiving, or if you're even drained of energy and like you've got like a crazy migraine, they'll still talk. Like their drama, because they're not interested in what you have to say. And you will feel it energetically. They don't even have to do that. Like just like the first few sentences of what they write, or when you're around them and they start to speak and you're like, oh, get this book, or you know what, like tap here and you'll feel better. Like you just have like a tool that Divinity gave you for this person to give them. Not that you want to rescue them, not that you want to fix them. You're just like inspired to give them this thing. It isn't like, oh, my duty is to help and heal. None of that, none of the rubbish that our brain tells us. But it's like wait a minute, I'll open you a tarot deck. I think there's something for you. Like, you know how you feel that? You get that inspiration with people? That's very different than I have to heal them and fix them. I'm the healer. I have to prove to myself that I'm worthy and this is what I'm attached to. But those people will not receive that, right? You will give them that tarot card. You will give them the inspired thought. You will give them a key. You will give them a nugget. You will give them something from Divinity for them. And they will shut down and they will not hear it, and they will still continue their drama because they're like, wait, I haven't finished. I haven't finished yet. I have so much more to say. So a lot of these some of them are narcissists, of course, but I'm talking about empaths. Some of these are empaths, but they're so disempowered, and they're like lost in the sauce, and your heart might go out to them, which some of them are also energy vampires, of course, because they just don't know how to survive on their own. They need other people's energies to feel better. Like they need to be seen all the time and heard all the time. So because they want to be seen and heard so much that they talk and talk and talk and don't give a break. So the attention is constantly on them because maybe they never received that attention when they were younger. Maybe they were neglected. Who knows? And who cares about their history, right? But us as empaths, we tap into that history. We feel that history, and therefore we want to give them, but it doesn't end. It does not end. It just keeps going on. There's like, you'll be in this relationship for like 1,000 years and the person will still find things to complain about and to feel bad about. Very different than an empowered empath who's like coming out of their shell and being like, I'm just going to share how I'm feeling And I don't want to put anyone down. You already know that they are in control of their energy. They have it with them. They just want to have the freedom to share who they are authentically and vulnerably, to say, you know what, today totally sucked. I felt this. And they're not waiting for somebody to save them or to help them or to even listen to them. They just want to share because they feel like this is their freedom to share. You will feel it energetically because you won't feel this deep urgency to save them. It's a feeling. You won't feel this, oh, I could save them, let me help. You won't feel that. You'll just feel like, oh, they're in their element. But wait, I'm inspired to share with them something that might feel them better. And I know they're going to run with it. Like, I know that they have the ability to decipher the information, to feel it through for themselves, and then to follow through with themselves. They have the ability to discard it or to choose it as their nugget. Like, not every time it's a nugget. Sometimes it's like, the nugget is like, you know what? I don't resonate with that. So the opposite must be true for me. Like, even that, like, you can even go that deep, right? Like, the golden nugget could be in the opposite of what you're hearing, right? You could be like, somebody could be like telling you something and you're like, I don't know. That doesn't sound true to me. And it's inspired through somebody else who's a loving person, right? And it's not to denounce them, but be like, that came through so I can decipher truth for me and false for me, right? And then you bring it in and you're like, wow, the opposite of it must be true for me. Great, now I have this nugget, I'm gonna run with it. That's kind of, you can tell the difference that way, right? You can feel it. If you're really tapped into you can feel the difference. So with the ones that want to be rescued, immediately pull your energy back in, because they really don't want to be rescued, right? That's not the true essence of it. That's not what they want, right? They don't want that. They just want the attention. That's it. And it's depleting energetically, because when we give attention, we give 10,000% attention. We give our whole heart attention. We give ourselves to this person to make them feel better. When they're energetically attuned to themselves, consciously aware, they're doing the thing for themselves, they're aware of who they are, they're sharing vulnerably, you won't feel this tug. It's like I feel it like this, like a tug out of you. You're going to feel very different, right? And that's why it's important to speak to empowered empaths, or empaths who are awake, consciously awake, right? And there are quite a lot of those in our private group on Facebook. And you guys are more than welcome to join. We have the link in our description. It's basically an email. You send us an email to expand with Mel Rain at gmail.com, and send us an email. And then once, we invite you in, there's going to be like 3 questions. You must answer them to get in, so that I can start to sense the energies, and then we approve you in, and then you get to speak to the people there, and you get to share authentically yourself, and you get to experience being truthful about who you are, your experiences with other empaths who are empowered and who are consciously aware and awake to themselves. Anyway, I wanted to share that. I think it's really important, so that you're just attuned to truth, right? So that you're not getting sucked into everyone else's energy when it's not really needed, because they're not really looking for that kind of thing, if it makes sense, right? And all you beautiful empaths who always apologize for like, oh, I hope I didn't pull anyone energy down and everything, that is beautiful and so kind and so showing of who you truly are. And it shows that you're breaking out of the shell of like, I don't want to burden others with who I am or what I'm feeling, but you're actually not burdening. You're freeing yourself to speak your truth, and you're open for anything from divinity to come through, whether it's going to be through a person or through something, to feel better. So I love you very, very much. I hope this makes sense. I have to ask that question always. And take care of yourselves. We have a Buy Me a Coffee account. check it out in the description to support us and to support our continuation in on YouTube.